tell you that college is going to be the best 4 years of your life, and I'm already a year out of college, and I already think that this year alone has been better than all 4 years of college. You know, one of the worst feelings in the world is filming a 30-minute video just to realize that you didn't turn the audio on. And especially, I was very excited about my new microphone that I even mentioned in that video, that I was like, oh, I got a new mic, and I forgot to turn it on because you need to turn this thing on. Anyways, out of my frustration, I decided to make myself a ramen to make me feel better because I am quite upset, and now I've been filming for quite some time, and so I'm hungry, and I love to eat a ramen. And this is actually a very bougie ramen. I should get maybe an insert of this. This is actually a really nice looking ramen because I made tteokbokkeum yesterday. And honestly, I guess this is just a sign of how post-grad is going, which is funny because I filmed an entire video talking about how post-grad life is really great. And it is, so I still stand by that. I just love how all my positivity has gone down the drain after now needing to film for another hour. So basically, it's been way longer than a year since I graduated college now. Sorry, it's not even been way longer. It's only been a year and a month, but I was going to get this video up last month, but I was traveling and I was actually in Spain at the time that it was maybe a year since I actually graduated. And so, yeah, I would just want to give a little recap of how my year's been going. And as you guys know, I enjoy the post-grad life a lot more than I enjoy when I was at college. And I mean, they tell you that college is going to be the best 4 years of your life, and I'm already a year out of college, and I already think that this year alone has been better than all 4 years of college. So that really says something. And so if you watched any of my other making a diaries, you would know that I got a dream job, I quit the dream job, I quit therapy, and yeah, just a lot of things have happened in this past year. So yeah, right after graduation, immediately I was unemployed. I applied to over 100 different jobs, internships, and I got nothing. So at this time last year, I was very extremely depressed because yeah, even by July, I still didn't have a job at that time. So then eventually by August, I got super, super desperate and I started applying for like minimum wage jobs. So that was like Trader Joe's. I ended up obviously working at the tennis shop that I'm now working at. Yeah, it was a very eventful time getting a job that I think was a dream, and then quitting the job, not liking that job, and then going into my tennis job where now I'm like coaching tennis again, which is nice because it's a little bit more than minimum wage. Not a little bit more, it's a lot more than minimum wage, but I don't coach as often as I like work in the shop, which is the minimum wage part of it. So yeah, it's been a pretty big roller coaster of things. I mentioned that like this job has done wonders for my mental health because people at work actually like me, like whether it's the members at the club or like the staff. Like my boss is like one of my favorite people ever. And he's just always been so nice to me. He's the kind of person that like buys me lunch, and he just like, I don't know, he just tells me that I'm great. And that, like, but honestly, just like hearing that, like verbal affirmations from someone else aside from myself, because like I don't believe in myself, but like when someone else tells me I'm great, I feel like it's led me to a point where like I'm a pretty good person or whatever else. And just like, I mean, it's obvious that like I know that they like me, and just like knowing that is just like, oh, like why? Like, you know, I don't know. Part of me thinks that just like I'm kind of just like a loser, and like especially because they're all better at me than tennis, I feel like there's like a level of like respect there. And for them to like someone like me is just like, oh, this is pretty nice. And I just have this like really friendly reputation, and it's interesting because like otherwise, like I don't know, I'm kind of a nobody, and like nobody talks to me and stuff like that. But to be like the talkative one at the club, and I guess like a friendly person, it's like it's a good reputation, it's a good persona I feel like that I'm currently having, and it's like led me to believe that I am someone that deserves to be loved. That was when at this job I feel like I wasn't really integrating as well because I was working like a little bit less hours, and I was too stressed and busy from the other job to really like want to talk to my coworkers and stuff like that. And then once I quit, I started getting more involved at work. So like I started stringing rackets, which is nice because that also means a little bit more income. Yeah, I ended up getting into pickleball. So I ended up getting certified to like be a pickleball coach, which is kind of crazy because that's like something that's like, what is it? The 2025 bingo card. That's like something I never expected that I would be doing. And yeah, it was like my first time ever playing pickleball, really. I just like, I don't know. I had a lot of experience. Like I went to Indian Wells for the very first time this year, which was really cool through work. I went to Spain just recently, also through work. It was a little work trip, and it was very interesting because I've never been to Spain, and it was a work trip. And so they paid for my flight, they paid for my hotel. breakfast was included and I paid for everything else, but also like I got paid to go there. And so, but it was a work trip for sure, because like I did work from like 9 a.m. to like 7 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday at least. But you know, it's still an experience because like, yeah, I could be working here in LA like as normal, or I could be in Spain working. And so, yeah, the Spain trip was very cool despite it being like a very long trip. And all I wanted to do was come home to LA, which also was like a good sign in that like I'm actually starting to feel like LA is a little bit more like my home. Like I mean UCLA, I have no affection for the school because I didn't have a good time there. I mean, I thought getting into UCLA was kind of like gonna be it. Like, oh yeah, once I'm into UCLA, like I don't have to worry about anything else. But then I faced countless of club rejections and I couldn't make friends. And I got peer pressured a lot. Like, I don't know who I surrounded myself with, but everyone was like constantly berating me about like not drinking. And I just don't want to drink. And I don't understand why like all these college kids thought they were so cool to like get blackout drunk and throw up. And I mean, I've just never been about that anyway. It's like nothing about that sounds appealing to me. Like, even if I did drink, like I would not want to drink like that. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, everyone that I was around. And so yeah, I couldn't really make friends. I just couldn't find the right crowd of people.
I've had like a lot more exciting experiences, I feel like, after graduation. So like I've actually probably made the most friends from pickleball than I have in my entire life. Just because it's like a social sport, and I don't know, yeah, because I play tennis, so I'm like decently good at pickleball. And when I meet people, they're like generally pretty impressed. So that's been cool. Honestly, we're not even like, I don't know, friends yet. I feel like we're in the process of becoming friends. And so yeah, I like just met them a couple months ago, so we're not like super close, and like we see each other once a week, and honestly all we do is really play pickleball. We don't really like do anything else together. And I mean, I feel like friendship usually has to extend beyond doing like one activity together, but it's a really good way to like make friends. Because like one of my close friends that I made this year too was also from like work, and obviously because we're together at work all the time, we've allowed ourselves to like talk and like build that friendship. But otherwise, like everyone's obviously busy with their own lives, so it's hard to like make friends and stuff like that. But I've been able to like experience like at least the beginnings of friendship more than I did in college, and that's pretty cool. And then another thing I tried this year was Bumble BFF. So I was like, I want to get out more, especially because all I do is go to work. And so I've been trying to like go out and like explore more of LA and make friends. And like my experience with Bumble BFF is just, I think it works really well if you live in a big city, because there's a lot of people that like move here that don't have friends because they move here for work. And so a lot of those people are like really interesting, cool, and nice. Because like sometimes you meet people that like don't really have friends, and it's just like, oh, I kind of know why you don't have friends. Even I could fall in that category because I obviously struggled with a lot of like self-esteem issues and mental health issues, and like as a friend that might not be the most desirable, you know. But obviously becoming more confident and things like that I think has made me more desirable and attractive as a person and as a friend, which is also why I'm experiencing more people like liking me, which is interesting because yeah, all throughout college I felt really like unlovable, unlikable. I didn't really have friends, people weren't really interested in me, and I just always felt different. So experiencing just like to feel, I don't know, normal is very nice, you know. But the only thing is, I really haven't made like people that I would see as like lifelong friends off of Bumble. And the main thing is just like nobody really initiates like hanging out and stuff like that. And like I initiated with like maybe 10 out of the 13 people I met, and they're all really nice. Like, I mean, I could easily see myself being friends with them. But the thing is just like, I don't know, the initiation, it's just like one part of me gets lazy, and like I obviously, because I like went to college here, I do have friends here. So it's like, oh, if I want to do this thing, like why would I call this person over like the friends that I currently have? And so it's just like if I have to exert energy either way, and it's just like, oh, like why? And then obviously I'm so busy with content and work that's like having to just do more effort to like do these things is kind of like exhausting. But I don't think I'll give up, because I mean there are some things that I want to do in LA, and it's just nice to have people to like potentially do those things with. One thing I would recommend though is probably to go out and like do an activity, because otherwise I had a lot of coffee, but like it's not the worst ever either. It wasn't coffee, it was like matcha. But it wasn't the worst either, because it finally gave me an opportunity and occasion to like try out those matcha places that I like never would have otherwise tried. Like I finally tried Community Goods. Like some other things is I went to that gnarly workshop. One of the Bumble BFF people mentioned it to me. I went to the strawberry fields. And so all these things were like very new experiences for me, because like I didn't otherwise do them. And then this year I also went to Joshua Tree for my birthday. So that was obviously a new fun experience.
But I was always saying this has just been a way more exciting time because obviously the whole like making friends through pickleball, doing the Bumble BFF thing. I went to CN Blue this past year. And later I'm going to go to N Flying, so that's really exciting. I'm also waiting on ZB1, but why does their world tour not include America and LA? So I will go to ZB1 if they end up announcing they will be in America, but I'm not going to KCON because it's just not worth it to pay such an expensive ticket to see like a couple groups that I'm interested in. I mentioned that I've been doing a lot of pickleball, so it's been really nice, honestly, just getting out there and exercising because like I've also been playing a lot of tennis. Like I play tennis and pickleball like 3 to 4 times a week these days. Actually, recently I haven't been ever since I got back from Spain because I've just been tired and been wanting to go home and like rot and watch dramas, obviously. So yeah, I've been playing tennis matches, and then I did one pickleball tournament with one of my friends that I had just made through pickleball, and so that was fun. We got 4th place out of like 15, except we played at the 3-5 level, and I want to be like a 4-0 level for pickleball, but we'll see. And like obviously back then I was like doing a lot of pickleball because I was trying to get pickleball certified, but at this point I'm already like certified and I've like passed, so like I'm already qualified to coach, and at this point I don't really like need to like work that much harder, I feel like, because like now I want to focus in on like my other things. So like the pickleball side, I've redone what I needed to because like it was my workplace that told me to go get certified. So now I'm just kind of like waiting for work to like tell me like whatever programs we're gonna start and like have me do, because now I'm like qualified to. So yeah, that's kind of taken a back burner as I wait for them to like decide on something and whatever they will do for me. And yeah, so in the meantime, I've been trying to obviously focus in on content. So hopefully this video comes out the week after I just posted my tier list because I have been so bad about posting, but I'm really trying to get all my weekly posts up, and then hopefully I will be getting all my shorts out. So yeah, that was the reason that I bought this microphone that is actually on this time. And yeah, so I've already like in the deficit for my shorts. I've made no money from it and I've only invested in it, but I can use this for like regular content too. So that's actually exciting because I honestly think this is so cool that like handheld wireless mic, because I don't know if you noticed, but I hold the mini mic, but that's got a wire, so it's kind of in my way. But that's also compatible with this, so I can use it for 2 purposes, which is nice. So yeah, outside of that, like I've actually started reading. I mean, if you're in my Discord, you know that is been something I've been up to. I just finished the Fourth Wing up to the 3rd book. Is it called the Fourth Wing series? I have no idea what it's called, but yeah, I read up to the 3rd book. I've been doing a little bit reading here and there, and because one of my goals for this year was to have written a novel by the end of the year, but I don't know how that's going because I'm only like a chapter into a story, and like once I'm sitting down and writing, I realize that like I have nothing, like I don't know how to write that many words, and so it's kind of crazy as someone who's like so talkative. Obviously my videos are like infinitely long, and so I do have a lot to say, but I don't know, when it comes to writing a story, I just like don't know how to do it. So I think I need to do some more reading, and so especially if you have rom-com books, because I want to write a trashy rom-com, like I'm not like Nobel Prize literature. I'm just going to write a fun, light rom-com. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know, because obviously I need to read to learn how to write. And so yeah, the writing is not going so good. I should also start working on some scripts. There's just so many things I want to do, clearly. So that's how I've been spending my time. It's honestly been pretty much like a gap year for me, like really just doing whatever. I haven't been making so much money, and right now it's fine because I'm still young and I don't have a lot of financial needs at the moment, and like I can survive, but obviously I hope to increase my income. And which is also why I need to be working harder on content so that I can have opportunities and things like that. So yeah, hopefully by the end of the year, I will make enough money to have a full-time job, because right now I'm working part-time at the tennis club and part-time doing this because I'm obviously trying to grow this whole platform thing. And yeah, we'll start with the shorts and we'll see how it goes. Like hopefully things work out, especially because like now I'm back to dedicating myself to this. So that also means I'm going to start making shorts, and then I'm going to start dancing again. And honestly, I really, really love dancing. I mentioned that I went to the gnarly class taught by the choreographers because someone from like Bumble BFF mentioned it to me, because I wouldn't have known about it otherwise. And it was a free class. So it was really, really nice. And honestly, it's just such a great experience. So yeah, like dancing, obviously I want to get back into it because I think it's one of the coolest things in the world. Like if I were to go back in time, I really, really wish that I learned how to dance, because I just feel so behind. And that's how like I felt on gnarly, because the thing is gnarly is a pre-existing choreography, and a lot of people that went already learned the choreography. And so it honestly made me feel really bad because I was like so frazzled that I hadn't been able to pick up on it, that I just got like more stressed, and that like prevented me from actually learning the piece. So yeah, by the end of the gnarly workshop, I looked terrible. Like I don't know how to like do the dance. I think if not for like me being stressed out about everyone else, I probably would have been able to learn it. And also did feel bad because it was like, obviously people that had been working on and perfecting it obviously looked so much better than me when I was just learning it. So like I understand their desire to like learn from the original choreographers, so I don't blame them. Also, it's a really fun, cool experience, but it wasn't the most fun thing in the world for me. But at least I got to learn gnarly out of it, and that should be posted sometime soon. I just need to find time to film. That's been my biggest struggle. Like I have like editing is fine because I can do it whenever, but filming, it's been so hard to find a time to film. Actually, today I was supposed to hang out with one of the girls I met through Bumble BFF. We were gonna go to Laguna Beach, but I actually said no to it to work on content. And this shows you how dedicated I am right now. Like if it means turning down plans just so I can work on content, I think I need to do it, because I've been grinding on all these other things that like I feel like content has just taken a back burner, when like content is like obviously like the main thing and the main goal, like at the moment right now. Like hopefully like this is like the main thing. Like obviously, yeah, tennis and pickleball, I love it so much, but I never see myself as a full-time tennis pickleball coach. And I mean, I talk about how I don't want to be a full-time content creator either. I would love to do content full-time, but I don't want that to be my main career. I hope that like this will lead into other opportunities that I'll be doing alongside with content. And yeah, so I guess that's like another thing to like add on to my list of what I've been up to. So yeah, content. I obviously blew up. This is actually like become a source of income at this point, because now I'm monetized, even though it took 4 years to hit 1K, and now it's a year later I'm at 10,000, which is absolutely nuts still. Like even every single time it doesn't fail to like shock me every single time. And like it's unfathomable, because I think I've mentioned, but like I don't have many friends, so just like the concept that like thousands of people commenting on my stuff and like watching my stuff too is like absolutely unreal. Like there's 500 of you on like Discord, so it's kind of weird to be able to just like pop into the Discord and talk about something that I'm interested in. Someone else will reply, because yeah, this doesn't really happen to me. And so it's honestly like been so great like building that community, and like I don't know, building this channel. I didn't expect it, honestly, especially because like dramas are something that I really love, and in some ways I feel like it could just be boring watching someone talk about dramas. I mean, obviously I enjoy it. I really love hearing your guys' thoughts about dramas, and I love hearing your guys' like stories and like why you like watching dramas. Like I love all of that, because it's like me, you know, it's like a part of me too. So it's like it's just nice to see that like reflections of me are out there in the universe, because I grew up feeling very like isolated, and I talked about how like I always felt like left out and like I was the weird one. But clearly there's like hundreds of thousands of people that love dramas and that like talking about it. So yeah, I hope that this will always be a place for you to like feel that community, because I feel like community is like one of the biggest reasons that I made content in the first place. And so for me, obviously I've been feeling this community and like the Discord and the comments and all of you guys like sweet things that you guys say to me. So yeah, content has been a big part of it for me, and obviously this is like the biggest improvement I've seen throughout the year. So like when I say like this year has been the best year so far, yeah, it really has been. Like things that I feel like I'm starting to see results of like my work. And like obviously getting pickleball certified is like an actual like accomplishment, because I think so far life has really just felt like I'm working and chasing after something, but no real accomplishments. So like hitting 10K for me was like a really like, oh, like I'm accomplished. And also getting monetized. Like these are like real accomplishments, and it feels like something is growing, because previously it just felt like my life was very stagnant. I was working on something and there was no results. And so this year has really been a big year of like results and like trying new things and, you know, changing and growing. And that's like really important to me, because I don't want to be the same person that I was in high school, because I mentioned that I've been really unhappy in my past. So like, yeah, I love that I'm like moving forward and feeling different, being different. These are all very positive, happy things for me. And so, yeah, that's like really been a big part of my life. Obviously, like career, I have not been doing anything. I love not applying for jobs and getting rejected. It's such a relaxing, happy feeling. Like, yeah, I've been taking this as a gap year. I mean, I obviously still do like the media thing aside from content. Like, I've been freelancing a bit. I do like photography. Like, I did a photography gig for my workplace. I did a videography gig and editing gig for the company that I interned at when I was in college. So yeah, like I'm obviously still somewhat involved in that world, and like one day I will probably go back to like working a real job. And yeah, I don't know. For now, I just hope that my pickleball tennis side gig in addition with content will 3 of these sources of like income will just be enough to like have like a minimum, more than a minimum wage salary. I make less than that right now. Well, that's obviously because I'm investing a lot of time into YouTube when if I really wanted to, I could go full time at my tennis job and I would probably make significantly more. But yeah, I just want to focus in on this because this is just me like taking my chances and yeah, like really trying to pursue something that I want to. And if I fail, I fail. And like, yeah, if nothing comes of it. But obviously, I've been somewhat successful. So I think really just like pushing and like working harder, I feel like will set me to like at a point where I want to be at. And yeah, that's like, this has been great. Like, obviously, I talked about like this has been a lot better for me than my 4 years of college. Yeah, I'm happier. I'm really doing what I want. I feel like in college, I'm really stuck in this mold of like, you go to class, you do these things. And I wasn't really happy. I feel like I wasn't able to like do what I wanted to do. Whereas right now, my life is 100% doing what I want to do. And hopefully the money part comes a little bit later because like I chose a career to be happy. If I wanted to make money, I probably would have done other things with my life. But yeah, I just want to make enough money to sustain what I want to do. And I don't need to be a millionaire. I just want to be able to survive in LA without a roommate because right now I'm sharing a room with my roommate. Like I'm living in a double still post college, which has been a little bit sad these days, especially because like my roommate's gonna move out. So yeah, hopefully the money bit will come a little bit later, but mentally I am doing well, and I guess that's what matters. Some people on their gap years literally will spend money by traveling, so I'm not doing that at least, you know. So it can't be that bad. And honestly, I started out like with an advantage because I don't have student loans. My parents paid for college, so I do have that like financial privilege and advantage. So like hopefully I just end up being able to survive in the future. And I just try not to think too much about it. You just got to live in the moment, and then whatever happens, happens. And like maybe one day I'll find like the perfect job opportunity or role, and like I'll be working like a regular 9 to 5 like everyone else. But yeah, I don't really know what the future holds for me. And I guess it's fine because right now things are going well. It feels like things are happening and changing. And yeah, with that, that is my year update, especially for those who are going into college or just coming out of college, especially if this is your last year. Like, I really think life gets better. There's so much more than just going to class, especially because, like, I wasn't someone that personally enjoyed going to class, and I personally didn't have a really great college experience. I just want you to know it's really not the end of the world. Like, college is not like everything. Like, you don't need to peak in college. Like, I really think that I'm going to peak in my 30s because by then I'll probably have my career thing figured out. If I don't, that will be absolutely insane. But either way, I'm happy to like share along my journey, and clearly it's going better. It's been worse. It's definitely been really bad. So yeah, hopefully things are going to continue being good for all of us. And with that, that is all for today's video. I hope it was somewhat interesting, somewhat helpful. Yeah, honestly, this is very much a video to myself to see where I'm at a year after college. And I would be so curious to see my next update for the next year. Yeah, maybe I'll do like an end of the year review of life and stuff like that. Maybe that's like part of my Making It Diaries. Honestly, Making It Diaries has been a lot for me because I really just want to see myself from like the bottom to like wherever I get to in the future. And hopefully this is interesting to you guys and you guys will grow along with me. I hope that yeah, we'll all be successful and thrive and happy. And yeah, that's just all I can wish for you guys. And with that, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.